Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's the Patriotic Disc Golfer here. I am going to be doing an my new in the bag today for my open bag. I just recently resigned from Team Trilogy and I'm going to go open bag for the 2022 season. So let's get right into it. First, we'll start with my putting putter. Right now I'm using the EMAC Judge, the classic blend, but I'm going to be having some Discraft Lunas on the way, so I'm looking forward to using those when they get here, and we'll just see how it goes from there. Next, I'm going to go with my approach disc. I'm going to be using the Discraft Zone. I really like this. I was using the Harp before, but like I said, I'm going to go open bag this year and just try some new stuff out for this year, so I'm going to use the Zone. I've thrown this a little bit before I started throwing an all Trilogy bag, but really like this on a forehand. Never really thrown it on a backhand, so we'll try that out this year. Next, we'll go with my mids. I've got two mids right now. One is the Discraft Buzz. I really like this one. I've thrown it a little bit just doing field work, but can't wait to try this one out. I have an ESP Buzz coming also from my sponsor, Disc Baron, so check them out online, discbaron.com. Next I have a Malta. I haven't really thrown this one either. This was my wife's. It was specialty dyed by a friend of ours in Wichita, Kansas. DeLong Dyes. Check him out on Instagram. But this one, I can't wait to try this one out too. I've got a bunch of new plastic that I'm trying out this year. The Evader. This is from Dynamic Discs. This may stay in the bag, but I'm not sure. I'm almost a full Discraft bag right now, so I just really like how their plastic feels, so we'll see where it goes from there, but I really like this disc on a forehand. Next is another fairway driver. It is the AGL Locust. I really like this one too, but like I said, I'm more leaning towards an all Discraft bag. I just like the selection of discs that they have. They have so many discs to choose from, but I really like this one right now until I can find a replacement for it in the Discraft lineup. Okay, next is the Discraft Undertaker, the ESP plastic. I really like this, a fairway driver. It is a 9.5 -1.2. Really like this driver, mainly on a backhand, but I'm going to be working on figuring out what I really like it on. If it works on a forehand for me, cool. If it's just a backhand, that'll be nice also. So I really like that disc right there. The next one is the Onyx. I haven't really thrown this one much either. I haven't really thrown much Discraft since I started. It's mainly been Trilogy plastic, so I'm looking forward to throwing new plastic this year, and I'm just super excited for an open bag this year because that opens up so many opportunities with so many discs in the lineup. Next, I have a Discraft Force. This is a 12.503. This is more like a distance driver, I guess. I'm not really familiar with it yet, but I've heard a lot of people like to throw it, and a lot of people do bag this one, so I'm really looking forward to throwing this one this year. I'm trying to lean away from faster speed drivers this year. I'm trying to go more slower speeds, medium speed drivers to just get better accuracy and just work on my form. The next one I have is the Latitude 64 Royal Grace. Like I said, this may stay in the bag and it may not. It just depends on how the season goes with the open bag and where I'm going to go and what I'm liking. Next is the Dynamic Disc Fusion Sheriff. I've thrown this one since the beginning and really love this disc on a forehand or a backhand. It works both for great. But forehand, I can keep it stays fairly straight for me, and then just fades off to the right at the end. But like I said, I've repeated myself a lot, but it's just what discs stay in the bag is going to determine what Discraft does for me and what I can do from there. Next one is probably my favorite Discraft disc. It's the Hades. This thing will glide forever. Like this disc mainly on a backhand, but going to be working with it to see what it does on a forehand for me this year. But mainly on a backhand, it's fairly flat, just a smidge of dome, but not too bad. I really like that disc. Next is my Logan Harpool Raider. I really like this disc on a backhand and a forehand also, but mainly a forehand, and this will be another one that may stay in the bag and it may not. It just depends. Next is another one. I have never thrown this one. It's a DGA Hurricane. Looking forward to throwing this one this year. It is fairly flat, but looking forward to throwing this disc this year and seeing what happens. The next one, this is probably one of the prettiest Discraft discs I got. It's from dopedisc.com. It's an ESP Nuke OS. I've heard this one is just like a big old meat hook. I mean, it is like board flat, and maybe it'll work on a forehand for me, but we'll see from there. I don't know if I've got quite the arm to throw this one yet, but we'll see how it goes. Beautiful disc though. Next is probably one of the Discraft discs that's in everybody's bag. It's a Zeus. It is a 12.5 -1.3. Looking forward to throwing this one this year and see what I can do with it. And as I gain more arm speed and get better at my form, I'm sure this disc will be probably one of my furthest flyers. I've got two more distance drivers. This is another Fusion Raider by Dynamic Discs, and I really like this one on a forehand, so we'll see what happens this year. And last but not least, this is an ESP Nuke, the Paige Pierce Signature Series one. Really like this disc. I've thrown it quite a bit, like before I went all trilogy. So it's a little bit beat in, but I really like this disc on a backhand and maybe a forehand. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've thrown mainly trilogy, so I'm not 100% sure what all Discraft stuff does yet for me, but we'll see from there. And just some stuff that's in my bag. I've got a Eric Oakley whale sack. It's got his face on it. Says, "Is that good?" That's like his slogan, his saying, but really like that to keep my hands dry during the rounds. Then I have my PDJ Mini that I dyed myself with a shaving cream dye. I really like that. Check out Bogey Bear Dyes. That's me and my wife's disc golf company that we're starting, and hopefully that will take off and become a big hit for us. And this year I'll be using, so far to start the season, I'll be using the Grip B Series bag, but I'm looking to maybe upgrade to the A Series or some other company's bag. I haven't decided yet, so if y'all have any suggestions on bags or discs or anything that might want to go in my bag this year, you can comment it below, and like and subscribe to my channel and just check it out. I'm really looking forward to the season with my new sponsor, Disc Baron. I am super excited and super honored to be a sponsored player this year by them. You can use my code 145488 for a discount on their website, and it also goes to help me out for my season. But just some of my goals this year for disc golf, I would like to grow the sport by at least 2 people. Like to introduce the sport to 2 new people this year. That would be awesome. I would also like to become a rated 900 player. That would be awesome. I'm at like 777 right now, I believe, or maybe a little higher. But I would like to break at least 850 this year. That would be amazing. 850 and up would be awesome. I'm also going to be moving up from the rec division this year up to intermediate, so it'd be really cool to win an intermediate tournament. If not win it, at least be top 5 in every tournament that I play for intermediate this year. That would be a big goal of mine. Also, I'd like to be able to have a 400-foot backhand or forehand. Both of those would be nice. I'm pretty close down. I'm sitting around 350 to 360, so if I could break the 400 mark this year, that'd be great too. Another one of my goals is to gain a manufacturer sponsor. So somebody like Discraft, to be even on the underground team, that would be amazing. So I'm going to be working hard towards that. That's kind of why I'm got a little bit of a Discraft bag right now. So we're going to explore options and see what happens there. And my last goal was to be more consistent with putting, because putting can really win you some tournaments. I figured that out even playing in rec, that like if I wouldn't have missed some of the 20-foot, 25-foot putts that I missed, I probably would have won the tournament. If I'd have played just a little bit smarter and been a little more consistent on the putting green, I probably would have won more tournaments. I placed, I think, top 10 to top 5 in almost every tournament I played, at least top 10 every tournament I played in rec so far in my career. So I want to move up to intermediate this year and play with better competition, and I feel like that will make me a better disc golfer. So I'm really excited about the season, and I think there's one more thing in my bag that I have that I like to carry. I like to carry a notebook just to make notes on the course, especially in practice rounds or in tournament rounds. Like if it's in the first round and I do something that I might need to change in the next round, I can write it down. That way I don't forget it and go back to it and see what I can do. Or make notes in field work. Like if I'm doing field work and a disc does a certain thing and I like what it does, I can write down what that disc does and compare it to other stuff, or just what shot I would throw with that for shot shaping and stuff like that. But that's my open bag in the bag. If y'all have any suggestions on more videos, like I said, drop some comments below, like and subscribe. Check out my Instagram, Patriotic Disc Golfer, and hopefully I'll have more content coming for y'all soon as the snow melts outside. We should be getting ready to go into that season here quickly. I'm also going to be coming on a disc golf trip back down to the lower 48, hopefully next month. Like the second or third week of March, hopefully be going on a big disc golf trip. So if I'm in your area, I'll hit some of y'all up, and I'm looking forward to the next season with y'all. Appreciate it.